our objective, what we're going to learn to do is we're going to learn how to multiply decimals. We're going to take notes, we're going to practice, then you're going to have a mastery check, and then at the end of class, after about a half hour, you'll do your TAI, and then we'll be done. Simple as that. So, let's jump right in. Reviewing multiplying decimals. An algorithm for multiplying decimals. First of all, what's an algorithm? Yes? Step-by-step process for solving a problem. First, you multiply the number as you normally would. This needs to be on your paper. And you ignore the decimal. So if you can do 2 by 2 division, multiplication, 3 by 2 multiplication, you can do it with decimals too, because all the multiplying that you're actually doing, you're ignoring the decimal. Next, count the number of digits in the problem behind the decimal. So if I have 7 5/10, how many numbers are behind the decimal? So raise your hand. If I have 7 5/10, or 7.5, how many numbers are behind the decimal? Yeah, just one. Then, count from the right in the product the number of spaces you got in step 2 and put the decimal there. Now, I see a big vocabulary word highlighted. You should really box and underline that once you write it down. And that big vocabulary word is product. And what does product mean when we're talking about multiplication? Yeah, the result of a multiplication problem or the answer. Is everybody okay seeing up here? So if in step 2, I count that I have 2 numbers behind the decimal. Once I multiply and I get my product, my answer, I know that I have to move the decimal 2 places from the right. Any questions on this? Pretty straightforward. Okay. First practice problem. Can I get somebody to raise their hand and read this nice and loud for me? Don't all jump at once. Yes, sir.
Gazelle went to the gas station and paid $3.20 for a gallon of gas. So she put 7 8 gallons of gas in the car. How much more money did she spend?
Okay. Key things you need to highlight. $3.20 per gallon. That needs to be highlighted, physically highlighted in your problem. Then she put 7 8/10 gallons. That's physically highlighted in your problem. And then finally, how much total money did she pay? That's highlighted in your problem. The reason we do this, the reason we have you highlight these parts of your problem, so you know if you are looking at this, this is exactly what the problem's looking for. Okay, so let's set it up. Let's not set it up that quickly. So, First, you're going to have $3.20. It worked. You're going to have $3.20 over, how many gallons is in her tank? How much gas did she put in? 7 8/10. We know we're going to multiply. Now, step 1 says that we need to multiply as we normally do. We're going to ignore the decimals. Right? Here we have 0 times 8 is what? 0. 2 times 8 is what? 16. Carry the 1. 3 times 8 is what? 24 plus 1? 25. Hold my place here. Some people do zeros. Here we do x's. Now, 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 2 is 14. I carry my 1 again. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 1 is 22. Now, I'm going to add this here. That's 0. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2. Now, step 2 says, count the number of digits to the right in the problem. So how many digits to the right of the decimal do I have in the problem? Yes, sir. 3. I have 1, I have 2, and I have 3. So now that I've multiplied, and I found how many are to the right of the decimal in the problem, that's the number of spaces I need to move from the right in the product. So here I have 1, 2, 3. So how much money did she spend on gas?
24 and 96 hundredths.
24 and 96 hundredths. That's great. In money, that's another way to say that.
$24.96.
Yep, $24.96. Another quick thing you learn. I battle all the time with screens, all year round. Every time I'm bringing it up and down screens, never works. So, if you don't already have that copied, it's right there on your paper. Okay. Next one. You can read. Go ahead. Okay, she could walk 16 and 78/100 meters. That's underlined in 1 minute. That is underlined, highlighted, boxed. Then she walks for 29 minutes. Highlighted, underlined, boxed, and then rounded to the nearest tenth. That is a huge part, making sure you know what you're rounding to.